To achieve effective incident, problem, and change management in a complex IT organization, it's crucial for a team to have a complete understanding of their objects and dependencies, and traditional attempts at creating these sources of truth have been largely unsuccessful. Through social knowledge management, IT Involve enables IT organizations to create a single source for understanding all objects, relationships, and dependencies in an IT environment. And effectively leveraging that knowledge is the key to making better decisions when making changes, resolving incidents, and managing assets. But the question is, where do we begin? In the next few minutes, we'll answer this question as we explore IT Involve's revolutionary social knowledge management approach. We'll cover how to create objects, impact factors and how they put knowledge about the object within easy reach, how to define relationships between objects, how to leverage IT Involve's in-context collaboration, and how to proactively learn of new knowledge and capture information in the conversation as knowledge for easy retrieval. To start things off, let's look at an example. John is a system admin responsible for the finance application Finale. John wants to add the objects and relationships associated with Finale into the IT Involved solution. Here, we are looking at the end result of this process, the Finale perspective. It's a Visio-like view of the environment, except that the objects are live. Let's take a few steps back and look at how John creates objects. John begins by going to the Create menu and selecting the type of object he wants to create. He selects a computer object. John gives the object a name using the NeedCorp naming standard to ensure the name of the object is the same as the actual server. He also provides a brief description so others clearly understand what the object represents. John may choose to either continue creating additional objects of the same type, click on the object he just created to populate additional details, or to cancel and then create a different object. John is not trying to do this all at one time. Instead, he creates the objects associated with Finale that easily come to mind. Once he has created an object, John then begins to populate additional information about the object. IT Involve's rich information model for object types enables organizations to keep a lot of information that is valuable for asset and configuration management, as well as troubleshooting for incident and problem management or for preparing a change. Next, John clicks on the Impact Factors tab. Here, he and other stakeholders can easily add valuable knowledge relevant to the object, like linking policies, troubleshooting guidance, best practices, associating relevant management applications, and automations. As you link impact factors to your object, they are automatically posted in the object's activity stream so that all followers are notified, and these changes will show up in the object diagram. John is aware of a couple of key settings that anyone looking at the object should be made aware of. He also knows that these key settings often get overwritten when changes are performed, so they are very fragile. He documents these settings and also flags them as fragile. These settings will be important during change, incident, and problem management cycles. John can easily navigate back to a list of objects by clicking on either the Objects or, in this case, Computers link here. Now John is ready to begin defining relationships for his object. For example, John knows that the Finale middleware servers are virtual servers located on different ESX servers. He goes to the middleware server and selects the Object Relationships tab. He then chooses the All Relationships submenu. Next, John clicks on the icon to add a new relationship. The IT Involve Impact Analysis Engine leverages a large and expandable number of containment and connect to type relationships to provide users with a clear view of the objects and people impacted during change or incident management cycles. Notice that the Relationships form opens with the left, or the source object already populated in the proper context. Now John clicks on the magnifying glass next to the relationship type and selects the verb that best describes the relationship he is trying to define. Here, John chooses Virtualized By, because he is defining the relationship between his virtual machine and the ESX server hosting it, and then he selects Accept. John chooses the magnifying glass next to the right or the target field, then selects the ESX server hosting his virtual machine and selects Accept. Finally, John chooses to save the relationship. The diagram now represents the relationship between the virtual machine and the ESX server. Relationships can be deleted by ticking the box next to the relationship and selecting Delete from the drop-down menu. While John is documenting what he knows about Finale, Bruce and Shannon are also adding relationships to the Finale objects. Shannon knows that Finale is a critical finance application that has PCI compliance requirements. So Shannon establishes a relationship between the Finale application and the PCI policy object that she created. At the same time, Bruce has created a network device object representing the switch that the ESX server is connected to and has created a relationship showing that connection. While Bruce and Shannon are adding additional relationships, John is receiving real-time updates of what they are doing through his desktop Chatter application. He can also run the Chatter application on his mobile device. Here, John can comment on a post, and if a conversation proves to be valuable knowledge, he can select Promote to Knowledge and capture the information for future use. There has never been an easier way to capture and to maintain relationships in an IT environment while keeping people informed with the information that is relevant to them. We hope this video has enabled you to better understand the power of social object management.